So in my previous video, we looked at playing six. We played a lot of six. We played them all over the fretboard on two different sets of strings. Like on those strings and then on these two strings. We also looked at here's a C chord, playing thirds, kind of like that. And we talked about in the key of G while we were playing these, we played over a backing track in several different times. And I think I heard that was helpful, so I appreciate the feedback. We talked a little bit about intervals, and I'll do it again real quick because people wonder about that because it gets stressed so much in other lessons. You know, the fact that this is a 3, and that's a 1. And so the steps to get from a 3 to a 1, you know, the 3 is the lower note, or the more bass note, call it the bottom. So between the 3 and the 1, it takes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 to get from the 3 to the 1. So it's 6 steps, which makes it a sixth, or an interval of 6. Great. Same thing with this one. Here's a 5, 1, 3. So we have the 1 and the 3. 1 and the 3. Once again, that's how we're doing. Oops. So on the 1 and the 3, the steps between a 1 and a 3 is pretty simple. 1, 2, 3 makes it a third. And so what we really care about is we're playing the 1 and the 3 out of the chords, right? That's how we picture them. I don't picture intervals when I'm playing these. I'm picturing the chord that they're coming out of. So I highly recommend watching that previous video before this one, especially if you're trying to get your bearings on these sixths and thirds and such. They're just double stops, really, playing the 1 and the 3. Or watch it after this one, or whatever you want. So but anyway, what I want to do today is look at more thirds. And so we're still going to play out of G major, and we're going to we're going to look at pull these thirds right out of this chord. And these are the thirds. These are the two notes. It's a 1 and a 3. So remember, there's the root 1, 5, 1, 3. So it's this 1 and this 3. So that is a G chord. Well, it's a dyad. It's not the whole G chord, but it is the 1 and the 3. So I'm going to play with these two fingers. So we have the same exact principle as before. G major, A minor, E minor. So look at those chords. Same way we did before, except we're not doing 6, right? So there's your G major, A minor, B minor. So G major, A minor, B minor. There's your C major, D major, E minor, F sharp minor, and back up to the G. So I don't play these thirds a whole lot, but they are handy, like all thirds, all double stops, the 1 and the 3, you'll find them in all kinds of different shapes, in different chords all over the place. And you should, if you're aware of all of them, you can pull them out of, wherever you want to. So today I'm gonna pull up a backing track and do kind of like we did last time. But I wanted to show you like how I kind of stumbled upon these. I mean, obviously you can learn about, there's lessons out there that'll show you where all of the thirds and all the sixths are all over the place. But I kind of stumbled upon this one accidentally. And so, that how I love this G shape. I love playing it. So I play there a lot. And one day I did this, and I noticed how that just like changed the whole sound. And the whole reason for that is it's basically going to the 4. It's a sus4. So with this shape, this is the root, right? This is a 1 and this is a 3. And so this is a 4, so sus4. Same thing, if we were just playing the triad of the G up here. If we did like that, that's the same kind of that open D chord everyone's used to. But it applies no matter where you're playing this triad. So, and if you notice up here, that 4 makes it go to a C. This is the C chord. Same thing here. So what I did, I said, oh wow. I put these two together and I went, oh my God, I'm actually playing, these two notes out of the C chord. And if we just slide them up, so what's cool is just being able to like play a C chord or a double stop, a C double stop so close to the G. And so yeah, I just find it kind of fascinating. I guess the point here is that with this shape of the G chord, your C chord is right here. Like it's like only 1 fret away, but it's a whole different shape, of course. But so it's really powerful, I think. So on this triad, here's another set based on this shape. This is a 1 and that's a 3. So you have the same exact thing. That's a G major, right? A minor, E minor, sorry, right? C major, and you can see that's the C, right? C major, D major, right? E minor, F sharp minor. Wow, that's way up there. Oh, I can't even do it. Yeah, way up there. So that's another set of double stops that we can leverage. Okay, so let's play this track. I might make some mistakes here, but you know what? I'll try to call them out when I make them. But I'm gonna do, um, some different sixths, maybe some different thirds, and maybe a little embellishment. And it's a really slow track. So, and you get 2 bars of G, 2 bars of C, 2 bars of A minor, and then 2 bars of D. So there's plenty of time, to try things out. And so I encourage you to do the same thing. Of course, I'll put a link to this in the description. And this one's a little different than the one we did in the previous video because we had an E minor, if I recall, and here we have an A minor, and it is a little different, I think, having the 4 chord, the G right to the 4 chord. I think it's probably more common that you go from that one to a minor, like the minor 6 or the minor 2. But anyway, it is what it is, and it helps us demonstrate going from this shape here right to the C. And let's just see what happens. Play along. Hope it goes well. Hope you get something out of this. Let's play around. Okay. So I did a 6 there, right? There's that C. It's a C chord. And I walk down. Yeah, I can play that whole thing if I want. Here's a D. Remember that A minor? The 6s. That's actually a C chord. Check that. Need an A minor, right? Obviously, I'm not doing just a double stop. I need a D. There's that C. C. I'm just playing. There's a C chord right there. We need an A minor. Pretty cool, right? There's a lot of things you can do. We played thirds. Did I play any of the thirds based on? No. But I played thirds here. I played sixes all over the place. It's really a lot of fun. I would give this a shot and play around with it. And then, today I watched a little lesson uh, YouTube video by Guthrie Trapp, and he mentioned a lot of the things that we have in my previous lesson and in this lesson. Of course, he's a master of the guitar, and he goes a little fast sometimes. Like some of his stuff I'm keeping up, and then maybe I'm not. But today's was really good, and I thought a bit slower, and it really did. Especially my last video, I think it kind of hit on a lot of the things that I try to show you. But anyway, I'll put a link to that too, man. And I guess that's about it. Hope you enjoy.